Hello there, everybody. Just wanted to give you a little small update. As many of you probably saw, I was hacked. I was hacked on YouTube a couple days ago. It was actually Sunday. That would have been the 21st. Uh, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna give you the short version right now, so that all of you can just be pleased by the short version. Yes, hacked. It's done. It's over. I'm back. I have everything. I lost nothing. Everything's fine from that perspective. But I also know that there's going to be people that find this video just due to this happening to them as well, or happening to another creator that they know. So I kind of want to go a little bit in depth about what exactly happened, just so that other people can kind of gauge from their side of the story and see exactly how things occurred. So basically what happened was a week or two ago, I got an email, and it was from a very popular game company. I'm gonna be real, I don't want to name them, only because I don't feel like there's a chance that they could get negative press for this, even though that in no way, shape, or form they were a part of it. But a pretty popular game company that I've played several games from them in the past, relatively trustworthy, and it was an email basically for a sponsorship for one of their upcoming games, and I was interested in the game, so I replied to the email, and the email was pretty legit, to be honest. Just kind of talked about the game and then various conditions that the sponsorship would have. So I replied, and I was like, hey, this sounds great. Just let me know the details. So we arranged, the payment information and all of that. And something that a lot of people don't know is I actually have never had a paid sponsorship in that sense on the channel. And I had one opportunity earlier this year, and then it kind of fell through due to some unfortunate situation. So getting this one, I was relatively excited for it. It was a game that I wanted to play. Well, fast forward a little bit. They said, great, here's the game, and they gave it to me in a Google Drive. They gave it to me in a Google Drive, and it was just an executable file. It was like 500 megabytes, an executable file, and I went, that's a little sus. Like, that's a little strange to provide a game file instead of just giving me a Steam key or an itch key or something like that. So I kind of took precautions with it. It was also wrapped in a RAR file, which for those that don't know, it's basically it's an equivalent of a zip file, but it's kind of WinRARs, which is an unzipping software. It's their way to wrap files. Now, I didn't actually notice this because I have been using WinRAR for years. I don't know why, but I prefer it to Windows' own unzipping, even though it's, today Windows unzipping is way better than it was years ago. But since I had WinRAR, I didn't notice that it was a RAR file. I thought it was a zip file, like anyone else would. And so when I saw it, I was like, okay, this is a little bit suspicious. So I reached out to the team, the actual dev team on Twitter, and I was like, hey, I got this sponsorship offer, is this legit? And they didn't reply to me. And I figured, okay, they're probably big, so they're not going to reply. So then I asked around with a couple of other creators, and they were, yeah, it seems a little sus. I would be careful with that. So I decided that, I'd kind of take matters in my own hands. Like I said, I was interested in the sponsorship offer if it was in fact legit. So I set up a sandbox on my computer. For those that don't know what a sandbox is, it's essentially a virtual machine that shouldn't have any access to the rest of your computer. And I figured that I'd run the file in the sandbox and kind of see what happens, and if it launches the game, then absolutely, there you go. So be it. If it does nothing, then I know that, this was actually somewhat malicious in some way. So I ran it in the sandbox, and nothing happened. So I went, okay, this is definitely, there was something fishy here. So I deleted the file off my computer. I ran, Windows Defender's virus scanner. I also run Malwarebytes as another virus scanner. I ran both of those. They found nothing, so I went, okay, I'm probably good. right? So fast forward to the next day, I'm sitting at a winery, sipping wine and having a good time with my family, and I start getting a slew of emails on my phone, and it's, your password has been changed, your 2FA has been changed, your phone number has been changed, this password's been changed, this has been changed, and it's literally all of the security that I've set up on my account is getting changed, and I'm going, what the heck is going on? So I put 2 and 2 together that, oh, that file probably got loose out of my sandbox in some way. I don't know what I did wrong to this day. I don't know what I did wrong. I thought I had it set up secure, but it definitely made its way out. So I got hacked, and they took full control over my account. Down to they changed all of the recovery emails. They changed everything. Like, I had no way in. So the only way that I was able to even get this fixed was reaching out to Team YouTube on Twitter, which, look, Team YouTube is helpful on Twitter. I think it's garbage that there's basically no other way to get a hold of YouTube besides adding them on Twitter. But once I reached out to them and got a bunch of retweets and likes from the community to kind of get this, boosted, then I got a DM from YouTube. They set up a ticket with me, and for the next 48 hours, I would email YouTube like 6 times a day, because the updates that they would give, they were helpful. All right, they were helpful, but it was kind of lackluster, and I wanted full control over the situation because I had no control, right? And for me, having the channel hacked, it was less about getting the channel back. It was more about getting the content on the channel back. If I lost the channel and I lost, 47,000 subscribers at the time of this video, and lost, the ability to make content, it is what it is, right? But I wanted the 10 years of memories I made on the account through videos that I don't have backed up anywhere. That was what I was concerned about. And the attackers, they went in, they changed the name of the channel, they changed it to Uniswap News. And they changed the profile picture to be this horrible unicorn that is still giving me nightmares today. And they tried to private all of my videos. Now, they missed a lot of videos. And I'm going to tell you, I think the main reason why this occurred, there's a feature in YouTube for creators that allows you to mass update videos. So I think they tried to mass update all of my videos and change the visibility from public to private. Well, this feature, it misses a lot. It misses a lot. So I think they ran it once and it just didn't catch all of them. So that's why some videos were still unprivated, but it got most of them. I have 2,700 videos on the channel, and it got all but around 400 in total. But then they hosted a live stream on the channel, and the live stream was a live stream promoting a cryptocurrency called Uniswap. And Uniswap is totally legit. This is a totally legit company for cryptocurrency. They trade Ethereum, I believe. I don't know much about cryptocurrencies, but they work with Ethereum. Totally legit company. But what I think they were doing was they wanted, they were running like a giveaway as the live stream, and I think that they were trying to impersonate Uniswap. And get people to click some links either in the stream chat or in the description. And those links would then be malicious, and they would have a way to further, get down a chain of hacking. And I hope that nobody clicked anything because then I feel a little bit responsible. But I don't think that there was any damages on that front, just because a lot of people, like, as soon as they saw it, they realized. And YouTube was pretty quick. They took down the live stream. It was up for like 4 hours, which I know you're going to say, wow, that doesn't seem quick at all. But, with the sheer number of channels out on YouTube, it was pretty quick. The live stream got taken down. By the end of the night, they had determined that the channel had been compromised, and they got the people out of the account. For the next 24 hours, nobody had access to the account. I didn't have access to the account. The attackers didn't have access to the account. And it was a continual process of trying to prove that I was who I said I was in the email, just to get access back to the account. And it was late Monday night, so that all occurred on Sunday the 21st. It was late Monday the 22nd that I kind of said, screw it, I'm going to try one more time today, because I kept on sending me this recovery password email. And I did it like 5 times. I had 5 different passwords that I had changed, but no matter what, I still couldn't log in to my account. It's like as soon as I would log into the account, it would start yelling at me that there was suspicious activity on the account and I couldn't get in. So I tried one final time, and then for some reason it worked late Monday night. So I had full access to my account Monday night. I was able to change my password, change all the 2FA settings, change everything, and I had full control again. I got onto YouTube. I was able to change, my profile picture and my name of the channel. Like I said, the live stream was already down, so that was good. But all my videos were still privated. I didn't know what to do. YouTube said they were doing a full recovery of my channel, which I thought meant that they were going to revert all of the changes that were made. That is not what it meant. It meant that they would just make sure that there was no like internal damage to it or something. So it was late Tuesday night that I decided that I would just let the floodgates loose and republic all of my videos. And that was using the feature that they used to private all my stuff. I used the same thing to public all of it. And of course, that resulted in me having to run it like 6 times to actually public everything. And then on top of it, it started publishing random videos from the past that ended up being pushed to people's sub boxes. And it was a disaster. And I'm sure some of you probably got that notification. But what I didn't say is partway on Tuesday, during the day, I decided that I really wanted to know how they got me. Many of you know that I work in security, so falling for a scam like this is one, pretty embarrassing. It was a good scam, and I give them credit, because if all scams were like this, people would fall for them a lot more, because it was insanely legit. And I tried to have a leg up on them, and I thought that I did, but something got messed up along the way. But I wanted to figure out exactly what they did. So here's how it works, okay? Obviously, the file that they had provided me for the game was indeed a virus. I dug into, kind of the source code of the virus to look at what it was doing. And the virus goes by the name Lecoste.exe. And this virus, essentially, it's a very, very small virus. It said that the file was 500 megabytes. A lot of that was just them zeroing out the file. So it raised the size of it, but there was actually no code being executed in the majority of it. The actual code for it was quite small, and all it really did was it would grab your Chrome cookies, which is a couple files in your Chrome browser. It also could do it for, I believe, Firefox. Every other browser didn't do it, which sucks because I use Chrome. But it would grab your Chrome cookies, and then it would basically just ship them off to an endpoint. A couple of IP addresses that I now have blocked on my router, but ship it off to a couple of IP addresses. Those were based in the Solomon Islands, which I think is just... It was Russia that did this, because I found out later when I logged into my account that the previous activity, it showed that the logins were from Russia. But I think that the server location is just people using or using those domains because they might be cheaper or something. Not that the attack was done in the Solomon Islands. That's a little bit ridiculous, but it would ship the cookies over, and what cookies allow you to do, so whenever you log in somewhere, it stores that session, right? So you log into YouTube and you're logged in, right? And there's a session that is being held of you being logged in. Well, if you were to grab the cookie and then put it on another computer and load it up, it would log you into that session, and it would think that it was you in that session. Now that can bypass 2FA depending on how it's set up, and I think that Google's 2FA is not set up well, and that's how it was able to get through. It was basically able to take my cookies and then go, I'm you. which is super scary, to be perfectly honest. But there was no other damage that I could tell. You know, they didn't have a lot of access to anything. The main thing was, you know, they theoretically could have changed my payment options for YouTube, which would have, you know, obviously any payments for, you know, monthly money that I get from YouTube, it would have gone to their bank account instead. But they didn't even view the AdSense page to set that up. So everything was safe in that regards. There wasn't really any financial issues. And to be fair, there wasn't really any damage to the channel either, because they only privated videos. They didn't delete anything. So I don't really know why they did any of this, because it felt like a lot of work for very little gain on their part, because they didn't really do anything. It was kind of just they decided to take my channel and then use it to try to get a little bit more, you know, movement forward in some regard by getting a couple other people to click things. But I feel like they could have done it a lot of different ways that were better than this. But look, I don't know everything. I've just been trying to piece together exactly what happened. But the important thing is that my channel is back. It is no longer hacked. It's me. I'm posting this. But it's an interesting situation. The one thing that I can say is, if you're a creator and you're watching this, and you're trying to figure out how not to fall for this same thing, if you're a gaming creator and somebody offers you a sponsorship for a game, if it's not a Steam code or an itch.io code, I'd tell them no. Even if they are trustworthy and it's not a scam, right? There's no way for you to tell without really digging in and figuring out if it is or not. It's just much easier to just say no, right? So yeah, that's about all that I can really say about it. There's obviously some details that I'm probably missing, but it's been a really stressful situation, obviously, to have something like this happen when my channel is such a large part of my life. But it's figured out and it's done, and I can move on, and I can, you know, continue to grow from this and learn for the future, which is important. So thank you guys so much for watching. Regular content will return on the channel soon. I just have to get the rest of my stuff squared away. If you're watching this and you are not someone that has been following the channel, best of luck, because I'm sure that you might be going through the same thing, or this just got viral in some weird way. But that's that, right? That's that. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Have a good one. Bye-bye.